Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm Angie. I haven't done one of these in a long time, and I just want to say thank you to all of those that have stuck with me all these years. I feel like I have been on this journey, this healthy lifestyle journey for like ever, and then I feel like my health is going to always be a priority, right? I trying to find what fits, what works best for me. And at that before, I was looking for the next like big thing, a quick fix, and then I realized there are no quick fixes. And yeah, so thank you for sticking around. Really quick, really quick backstory, right? I was a stay-at-home mom and I had gotten to my highest weight. I would fluctuated between 315 and 320. I was a size 24 in jeans. And one time, one morning I got up to get dressed and those jeans weren't fitting me anymore. And that wasn't a good feeling. And I thought to myself, there's no way that I'm going to buy a size 26 pants. And, sometimes you just don't realize. I just didn't realize how big I was until that realization kind of hit in. I had always been a big girl and I had a very bad relationship with food. Food was my comfort. And I was hungry all the time. I always wanted to eat. I would go to bed, you know, thinking about what I was gonna have for breakfast. And my breakfast, it would usually consisted of Captain Crunch, the peanut butter kind, because that was my favorite cereal ever. And couldn't wait to just eat. I was always hungry. My favorite part was when everybody left the house and I was able to eat by myself and eat all I wanted without any shame. And that's when I realized I do have a problem. And then, I just wasn't feeling good. I was always tired. I dreaded walking to the corner to take my kids to school. Like everything was such a chore for me. And it was because I was miserable. I didn't feel good. So I knew I had to make a change. It was kind of a defining moment for me. I just didn't know where to begin. So I started this program called the 21 day fix, and with all the portion control, and I feel like it was so much work. I feel like the meal prep, right, doing all the portions, and I just felt like it was a lot of work. So I did that for about a month, and then I started implementing some workouts. I started doing 20-minute workouts here and there, to try and feel good. I would go out for walks and things like that. But I still wasn't, I felt like I wasn't seeing a change. Now, 21 day fix, it did lower my carb intake, but I was still supposed to have a lot of veggies and some carbs and whole grains, right? And things like that. Um, some interesting things started happening to me. I developed eczema on my hands. I was breaking out a lot. And I was getting these like really bad headaches. I started having these knee like pain in my joints. And just the doctor was like, it's because you're overweight. It's because you're overweight. So if you lose weight, everything will be better. And you have to stick to lean meat and a lot of vegetables, green vegetables and lean meat, and fat free this and fat free that. And so that's what the doctor told me. And did that for a little bit. I've tried every fad diet you can think of on the planet. I've done every diet. I've tried every weight loss pill. I've actually ended up in the hospital because I was taking too many of those pills and just nothing worked. And one day I found keto. I was scrolling through YouTube and found keto. I had never heard of it before. And decided to try it for a month and ended up doing it for 2 years. Now I felt amazing on keto. I actually lost 80 pounds on it. I feel like I could have lost more in the 2 years, but there were a lot of things again, trial and error. I know for a fact I was eating a lot of cheese. I cheese was just it was my jam. I had to have cheese, and but still, I lost 80 pounds and I was feeling really good. My energy level was through the roof. Um, I had, I felt good. I started running, and my knees they still weren't that good. I still had to be careful. And then, like, fast forward, maybe the last 5 months I was doing keto, my knees got bad again. My eczema was still getting bad, was still there, and just didn't know what to do at that point. So I said, you know what? I hit a wall. Let me give keto a rest, and let me try something else. And mind you, everyone, I've heard this, everybody, tells me, oh, when they find that I was doing keto, that's not good for you. You just got to eat your fruits and vegetables. You have to work out. You have to spend this X amount of time in the gym. And like, I tried all that. Like, I've done all that. And the most frustrating thing is to do something and give it your all, and then you don't see results and you feel like what you're doing is for nothing. So then what happens? You console yourself with food because you're like, well, there's no point in this. I'm going to always be big. I'm always going to feel like crap. Just forget it. Right? So that's happened to me so many times. So decided to give keto a rest, and got on Herbalife products. I got my plan. It was the 2 shakes a day, the 1 meal, the 2 protein snacks. It was so hard for me to accept the fact that my coaches were telling me, like, you could have carbs, like carbs are not the enemy. And in my head, I used to fight with her because I'm like, meat and carbs do not mesh well. We just don't. We're like oil and vinegar, and just don't feel good when I'm eating carbs. And so in the moment, right, all carbs are good in that moment, but the after effect is just not worth it. And so but decided to just give it a try, and ate all the whole grain wheats and the yogurts and the vegetables and the fruits, and just really tried to stick with the plan. And I did. And was living in the gym. I felt like I was always in the gym. My knees were still bad though. My eczema was still bad. I started developing acne. And I did get to the smallest size I had ever been. I had gotten into a size 10. And I felt like, okay, maybe this is gonna work for me. Let me overlook everything else that's going on, like my knees, like my hands. And so COVID happened and fell off the Herbalife plan. And after that, it was hard to get back on anything. I tried keto. I tried getting back on keto, right, for so long. Like, for the last year, I tried to start keto again. And for some reason, I could not stick to it. I couldn't last a week without having a cheat, or just give me a spoon of macaroni, or just give me some of that ice cream, right? And then I found myself eating a lot of keto friendly things, a lot of processed things like the Quest bars, the keto bars, the keto cereals, the keto chips, the keto bread, the keto wraps. Like, I was consuming them, and I look back at what I was eating. Like, no wonder the keto wasn't working for me like it used to. When I first started keto, it was working. Why? Because I wasn't doing all of that substitution. I was doing clean keto, and it was working. This time it wasn't working. I have a huge sweet tooth, so everything that was a keto substitute was something that was sweet. And always making fat bombs. Oh, I had to have sweet stuff. And so I got frustrated. Like, I kept on quitting. I kept on, like, just throwing in the towel. And I was working out. I worked out every single day. I was doing cardio, I was doing HIIT, I was doing resistance, I was doing weight training. Like, I became so desperate. Like, I don't even know what to do anymore. My knees are like, girl, I don't know what you're doing. But even to just extend my leg, my knees would hurt. And it wasn't a good feeling. I didn't like that feeling at all. I felt bloated all the time. I felt like, oh, I was always tired. I was always hungry still. And that's because I know I wasn't doing keto the right way like I should. I wasn't keeping it clean. I was doing a very dirty version of keto. So, A month ago, I was on YouTube and Pinterest and I saw something that said carnivore. I love reading about new things. I love information. I love that stuff. So I decided to look into it. I started watching videos. I saw Dr. Ken Berry, I saw Sean Baker, I saw Joe Rogan. I was watching all of these podcasts. I was watching all these videos, all these blog posts. A meat-based diet, that's crazy, right? Because just like everyone else, right? I've been told that red meat is bad for you and it clogs your arteries and gives you high cholesterol, just like eggs. And it was foreign to me to hear that these people were living healthy and feeling amazing on this animal-based diet. So it took me a minute, but I'm like, I have to research. I have to do the work. I bought the Lies My Doctor Told Me, a book, and couldn't stop reading it. And then at that moment, I felt like my whole childhood was a lie. I'm like mind blown at all of this information that I was receiving. And so I said, you know what? Let me try it. Let me try it. And see how I feel. I'm gonna give you all like five things that have improved for me or that I've noticed in this 30 days of being carnivore. One, this is so simple. Like, this is the most convenient, right, thing to do, most convenient way of eating. Okay. It's a no-brainer. You eat things that come from an animal. If it's animal based, you can eat it, right? You eat meat, you can eat eggs, you can eat dairy, right? Some dairy. And it's basically zero carb, right? I love cheese. So the first week I did it, I had cheese and I had eggs. But I don't know. I still felt a little bit bloated. After the first week, I was going to eliminate dairy altogether and eggs, and I was going to simply do beef, salt, and water, right? The lion diet. I heard Michaela talk about that, Michaela Peterson, and decided to start doing that. All beef, water, and salt for these last, I don't know, like I said, 3 weeks, because the last 21 days, because the first week I was doing eggs, a lot of eggs. Benefit is that it's simple. It's so simple. Like, I know what I need to get at the grocery store. I don't need to worry about what I'm gonna eat. I already know what I'm gonna eat. So I need convenient. I am a mom of 4 boys, so I need something that's simple and that's convenient. So that's what carnivore is for me, right? It's simple. Another thing is that this is so huge for me and it's so hard for me to believe, is that my sweet tooth is gone, right? There are no cravings. I was addicted to sweets. Like, I needed sweets every single day, right? And when I tell you, I had keto everything, right? I was eating sweets. They were keto, right? But I needed sweets and it's gone. That's one of the amazing things where I'm like, wow. And I tell my kids this every day. I'm like, I can't believe my sweet tooth is gone. Something else is my knees. I have no joint pain. And I feel like I'm going to cry saying this because it feels so good for me to jump up and down, to do my Zumba, because I'm a Zumba instructor, to do my Zumba, to do my squats and not be in pain, and be able to do it like I'm supposed to do, right? I would baby my knees because they would hurt me so much. And I've tried putting braces and it still didn't work. But I have no joint pain. So that is amazing. Amazing, right? And if nothing else keeps me from continuing to live this or eat this way, is going to be the knee, my knees and the joints, that they are feeling great. Something else is that I feel so satisfied. Like, I never feel like I'm hungry. I never feel like I'm missing out on anything. When I cook dinner for my kids, they do get some veggies. A small one, that I have 2 younger kids. They do get veggies with their meal. But I make sure they have their protein. But I never feel like I'm missing out on anything. And I used to eat a lot of veggies. I think broccoli was my number one. I used to eat so much broccoli. It was ridiculous. And so I don't feel like I'm missing out. Even on this past Easter, there were carbs galore and desserts galore, and I was perfectly fine with my ribeye. Like a ribeye or a cherry pie. Give me the ribeye, please. And this is, the way I feel is going to keep me from not being bored. Um, and one of the last things, like I feel like my mouth is clean. I don't know if has anyone ever experienced that being on carnivore. I feel like my mouth is has this like clean feeling, right? Throughout the day. And like throughout the day, my mouth, it feels very clean. There's also been some days where I forget to put deodorant on, and I'll do my workout and there's like no odor, and I think that's pretty freaking amazing, right? So but yeah, those are the things that I've experienced in this first month. And obviously I have lost weight. So since the 9th, I have lost 9 pounds. And I'm just, I don't want to highlight that because obviously that's not the main reason that you should transition. That's not the main reason that I'm trying this. My main reason, my priority is health. I like feeling healthy. I like feeling like I have energy to just kill the day, do my job properly, take care of my kids properly, and everything else that I gotta do, during the day. I don't drink coffee. That's something else that I was doing at the first week of carnivore was drinking coffee. I cut that out too. So I don't drink coffee, and I feel amazing. Um, I the proper human diet, right? It's amazing, and I'm mind blown because every day I read more, every day I learn something more, something new, and yeah, I just want to get on here and I will be documenting my journey and how I feel as I progress and as I keep going along with this way of eating. And I know, you know, again, I've been hearing comments and that red meat is bad for you and the cholesterol and all this. And that's okay because we've been hearing that all our lives. So it's normal that we all think that. But yeah, the world needs to do better with letting us know right from wrong. Um, Whole grain and carbs are not good for us. We're not meant to eat those things. Yeah, I just wanted to come on here and make a video and let you all know how I'm doing with 30 days being on carnivore. And I will see you guys maybe in a few weeks. I don't know if I want to do these updates every 2 weeks or every month. But I will see you all soon. I decided to change my name to this carnivore chick, and really excited about it. I'm really excited for how I feel, and just really excited to see all the progress that I make. And yeah, so I have so much respect for all my animal-based community out there, and even those that are not animal-based. We do what works for us. Everybody is different. You do what works for you. Don't listen to what other people say. I'm not giving you advice. I'm just letting you know how I feel. And yeah, I mean, my hands are good. I have literally have no acne. My knees are good. I'm good. This works for me. So I hope everybody has an amazing day. Remember, you're amazing, and never let anyone make you feel any different. Bye.